First of all, Dakota, tell me about life in the States in Florida. How are you enjoying it, and how does it compare, would you say, to life in the UK?
Life in the States is like a holiday. That's how I describe it. A constant holiday. Uh, Waking up in the sun every day just changes training completely. I feel like I'm 100% a girl for the sun and not waking up to a grey sky in the morning. Not because I like the weather like that, just because it helps me train better. I like waking up in like a nice bright sky, and I feel like I just get the best out of training that way. So
Honestly, Dakota, you've missed one of the worst summers we've had in the UK. All of August has been absolutely miserable. Uh, by the way, are there any distractions? Because obviously you're training in the UK. There's a few pubs and clubs for a young person like yourself, but in the United States, I presume, is there a lot more distractions? There's there a lot more to do?
apart from the fast food, like there's like a Chick-fil-A on every corner and like a Wendy's and all that stuff. Apart from that, no. And that is one of the reasons why I love it here so much. I come on my own. I stay in like a little apartment, and it's just camp, just focus on camp. I've got a little pool outside, so I'm happy to like go outside and sunbathe, keep my tan, go to training, come back, and that's just my life, and that's how I like it. I'm not one of these people that likes to go out and party or anything like that. So it's not a distraction in the UK for me anyway. But I just feel so focused here. It's just everything is just into training.
Can you tell me a little bit about working with American Top Team, and who are some of the most famous names you've seen in the gym?
Oh, well, I feel like my head coach is Conan Silvera. So that was obviously Amanda Nunes' coach. So I feel like he's a big name. But I mean, Dustin Poirier, he's in the gym. Masvidal, he's not training anymore, but he's in the gym. We've got Johnny Eblem, who fights for Bellator, that's defending his belt soon. And there's just, I mean, I could keep going and name loads. Like I'm so grateful to be at this gym. It's crazy. So.
I can't imagine, the amount of knowledge inside of that, inside of those four walls. Is it easy for you to go up to them and chat to them and ask them about experiences and tips?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, everyone's so friendly that we just all treat each other the same here, like everyone's doing the same classes, we're all on the same mat. Like nobody's like, if you need a bit of help afterwards, everyone's always there to help. Or sometimes we'll watch each other spar if we're sparring at different times, and then they'll give you a little bit of feedback afterwards. It's just a really nice atmosphere in the gym. It's nice. And another one is Mike Brown, one of the coaches. He's just got endless amounts of knowledge. Honestly, he works with that many fighters and picks the brains of all of them. So like I feel like he's just the man in the middle with like endless amounts of knowledge, which is I'm super lucky to have him here as well.
I came across a lovely quote from Mike Tyson. They were talking about why he wakes up at five, why he used to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to run. He was talking about discipline. Discipline is about doing things you don't like, but doing it the way that you do like. Can I ask, what time do you get up for your morning run? And what do you make of discipline? How do you see it in your day-to-day routine?
Well, firstly, I'm not a morning person, so if I don't have to, I won't get up early. I won't. But I mean, one of the things I do like is that I don't determine what is on my schedule. So my head coach will set my schedule, he'll set my sessions, and that's what I turn up for. That's what I turn up to do. And I think that's really important. People that run their own schedule do tend to like, oh, I won't go there today. I'll do this session instead. And, they make it a little bit easy, but I don't think that's a good thing to do. So the fact that, I have a schedule set by someone else, I feel like my dedication to that is kind of like, you do it or you get out of here type thing. So if nobody tells me, if no one puts it on my schedule to get up at 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock to run in the morning, I won't be doing it. I'm still dedicated, but I'm not getting up at that time anyway. That's for sure.
Well, that's brilliant. I'm the same. But here's a question. Honest to God now, why go for all the commitment, for all the training, all the sparring? Do you want to make a bit of money? Do you want to make a bit of fame? Or is it about leaving a legacy? What's in it for you? What's the end goal here?
I mean, if I take it back to like when I used to fight Thai boxing, my mum used to ask me like, what, are you just doing this for the money? Like, what are you doing it for? Like, if you didn't get paid money, would you still do it? For me, I would still fight because I can't live a life without fighting. I don't know what it is, the feelings. It's the same like Tyson Fury, you know, when he says he's retired and then he can't, he comes back to it. I'm the same. Like if I'm not fighting, I'm craving that. Like I don't know whether it's, you know, like adrenaline you get from fighting. I don't know what it is, but I crave that. You know, I've never started it for the money, and I think that's probably what makes me so like dedicated and just makes me love the sport, is that I'm not in it because I'm getting, you know, getting rich from it. I was in it at the beginning because I love to do it. So that's probably why I've lasted so long and why I'm still going and doing well at the moment. But I mean, the money helps now for sure. That's what I'm, you know, I'm still like fighting for the money now, but I do it because I love it. And that's the main thing.
Well, that sets us up nicely for the next question, because it's all about the money.
Yeah.
Let's say, you know, you win the tournament, it's 100 grand. Let's say, you know, Joe Biden or Richie Sunak, they say, all right, no tax, man. It's in your account. It drops in. What do you do the next morning? Do you go out and ball and buy a Ferrari? What do you do? Or do you save it up? What's your plan?
Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I probably spend half of it on food. Half of it on food. But then I'd make sure my family are good, you know, like to get to this point I've been now, I couldn't have done it without my family, honestly. So I'd make sure they're good first, and then obviously I'd get myself a nice car, make sure I've got a nice house, and probably get back to the gym knowing me. I'm not really like, you know, buy myself a few nice things, but honestly, I'm just here for the simple life in the sun where I can train, and that'll do me. Nothing fancy.
Dakota, you seem like a very happy, humble person. But you know, we're in the fight game here, and I'm just wondering, you know, for example, this weekend, Sean Strickland and Adesanya. Look at the amount of trash talking there is, the psychological games going on. Are you ready for that? Are you willing to unleash it one day, a bit of trash talking, a bit of beef back and forward, or are you waiting for it to come your way first and then maybe deal with it then?
Yeah, I'm not looking for I don't think I'll ever be a trash talker, and I hope I won't be anyway. I hope I'll be able to like be entertaining a different way, because it cringes me out so bad. Honestly, some of the interviews that I watch after I've just fought, I just think, why didn't someone take the microphone off me? Like it cringes me out. So hopefully, if I can stay away from that side and be entertaining a different way, then I'll do that. But yeah, I suppose I'll definitely wait for it to come to me first.
I'm just fascinated with your surname. Could I ask, you know, is the background, is it Bulgaria?
Yeah, it's Bulgarian. So my dad's full Bulgarian, my mum's full English. Yeah.
You ever been tempted to wear the Bulgarian colours at all in your career, or because obviously I think you were born in Manchester, were you? So I think it was all England, right?
Yeah, I was born in Manchester, but I always walk out with like the England and Bulgarian flag together. You know, I always make sure like on my Instagram or anything, all my socials are like England and Bulgaria, because I go there a lot. Like I've already booked to go after this next fight for a week. You know, I always try and go over and see family and stuff. So, and if I don't do the PFL £1,000,000 tournament next year, I would like to take PFL Europe to Bulgaria one day. You know, there's a lot of fight fans over there that get missed. So hopefully, you know, I'll be able to do something like that.
Do you speak Bulgarian?
I do, yeah. And actually, an interesting fact, I've just learned to write and read in Bulgarian too, which I haven't been able to do. So I just used to be able to talk and have a conversation, but now I can actually read and write. So
That's brilliant. So if PFL Europe go to Bulgaria, you can sell the whole thing. So that would be
I can.
great for
That's the
business.
idea.
Just a quick one on you know, looking ahead to the fight itself. We've talked about so many other things, but on the fight itself, Cornelia Holm, what do you reckon of her? How do you see it going? I think the fight's about 3 weeks away. What do you think of your opponent?
She's tough. She's a tough girl. She's experienced. I watched her last fight in March on PFL, the first round. She's tough. She took a lot of sticks. She give a lot as well, though. So I'm definitely not going to underestimate her. She's a good striker. I've seen she likes to wrestle a little bit, which everyone kind of does when they get in the cage with me. They just want to wrestle. So I just always expect the same thing. Like I make sure I don't go in and underestimate anyone. Work my whole game. Be prepared for them to come in and do something that I, you know, don't expect. And I just believe 100% in my abilities now. I think the more I keep fighting, you know, the more confident I'm getting in my own abilities. So I'm not too worried about her.
I've heard you speaking on other interviews about, you know, your ambition to go to the PFL, the worldwide competition over in the States. in your opinion, do you think by winning the PFL World Championship, does that make you truly number one in the world? Or do you think that you have to go and do that in the UFC in order to become the true number one? Or do you reckon that PFL offers that platform already?
I mean, once I've won PFL Europe, I need to go and win PFL main league. They need to do a main league on. That's my plan. I don't feel like I'm number one until I've got to the main league. You know, we're only in Europe at the moment, so once I've cleared all them out, I feel like the next stage would be to go to the US and make sure I've cleared everyone out at 125 there. Yeah, and see what happens.
Just a couple of questions left. First of all, there's a lot of boxers, female boxers coming into the PFL of the super division. So we've got Amanda Serrano, Claressa Shields, Savannah Marshall has joined as well. I'm just wondering, you know, if the money was right, would you ever take one of them on in a crossover bout? Would you be interested?
I mean, me as Amanda Serrano, we're the same weight, right? So 125 is, I mean, she's doing unbelievable things in boxing. And I would 100%, if that come to me, I would definitely take that. I mean, I'm not sure who they're going to put her with. She's had a little bit of MMA experience before as well. So it'll be interesting. I'm excited to see what they do with that super fight division, whether they call any of us fighters in or not. But it's nice to see they're building it now and they've got a few girls in there, and I'm definitely keeping my eye on it, that's for sure.
And just lastly now, who are your favorite fighters at the moment, MMA or boxing? Who do you like to watch? Who do you find entertaining, or who do you, maybe perhaps look up to or inspired by at the moment?
I mean, Tyson Fury, I've just watched his documentary on Netflix and stuff. I think he's just, his life and, what he's gone through and stuff is just unbelievable. I think his career is just crazy. And then to see him now crossing over fighting in Ghana is going to be massive too. So I definitely look up to people like that, people that have been through a lot and pushed through hard times. That's kind of the type of people that I look up to. But yeah, Tyson's probably one of my favorite fighters, favorite boxers at the moment. Yeah.